Hey everybody, I'm Mindy Buchanan. I'm the Director of Patient Programs at Foundation for Sarcoidosis Research, and I'm going to be your host today for our sneak peek of Together We Thrive, our virtual patient education summit. All right, let's get started. So the first exciting bit of information is that I'm going to talk to you about a little bit about our session highlights. We really listened to what you guys had to say last year, and we created tracks. Our first track is Sarcoidosis 101. This track is intended for those folks who are brand new to the world of sarcoidosis or are experiencing their very first manifestation. And these sections are meant to help provide foundational information about sarcoidosis, how it works in the body, the kinds of treatments that are most commonly used, and so on and so forth. So if you're new to the world of sarcoidosis, you're definitely going to want to take our Sarcoidosis 101 sessions. The next one I want to talk about is chronic sarcoidosis. These sessions are meant for people who've had sarcoidosis a long time. They've been managing it for years and years, or maybe you're just really good at researching your own disease and you totally get it and you know everything about it. This is going to be the session that you want to take. The next session I want to talk to you about is our overview sessions. So we have some of these sessions that are kind of going to meet in the middle between Sarcoidosis 101 and chronic sarcoidosis. They're going to kind of cover both sides. So if you see the manifestation you're most interested in learning about, say like ocular sarcoidosis or skin sarcoidosis, or in an overview section, you can know that this section will provide a really solid overview of both general information and specific and sort of scientific based information as well. We also have some special topics in our overview sections, which I'll get to next. Well, not quite next, very shortly. So I want to make sure that everyone understands that we have leading experts for every session. No matter you're going to Sarcoidosis 101 or you're going to chronic or you're going to overview, we have got amazing world-renowned experts in all of our areas. So the first one I want to share as an example is our pulmonary sarcoidosis 101 session. We're going to have on a panel Dr. Martz from Emory Healthcare and Dr. Adam Anderson from Washington University in St. Louis. Those two doctors are going to be presenting on all things general pulmonary sarcoidosis, giving you that really good foundational bit of knowledge. Okay. And the chronic sarcoidosis for pulmonary, we're going to have fan favorite Dr. Andrew Levy from the Oregon Clinic presenting on that topic. So as you can see, our leading experts are in every session. So again, back to those overview topics that I'm pretty excited about. We have a couple main topics in our overview sections that aren't specific to a manifestation, but are applicable to all types of sarcoidosis. The first one I'm going to mention is fatigue management. And we have Dr. Leslie Saketku from Louisiana State University Health in New Orleans, who's going to help us unpack all things about fatigue management. I think everyone with sarcoidosis knows the burden of fatigue, and this session will be packed full of information about how to help alleviate fatigue, how to increase energy, and manage it on a long-term basis. The other overview topic that's super exciting is our treatments and side effects session. Dr. Acosta Lara from University of Alabama, Birmingham will present information on treatments and side effects. Again, this is a broad topic. Anybody with any kind of sarcoidosis can join this and get information from it. And she'll really go into the different kinds of treatments that you might experience and the different kinds of side effects that are related to those treatments. So again, our overview topics are broad. They're meant for everyone. And these will be pretty exciting. So you guys might have heard that we have sarcoidosis generalists answering our questions. That's right, we have a 50-minute Q&A session, and this panel is an all-star packed panel. Dr. Divya Patel from University of Florida Health will be there. Dr. Matthew Baker from Stanford Medicine will be there. Dr. Connie Hitsia from University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center will be there. And Dr. Ginny Tabby from National Jewish Health will be there. As you guys can see, you guys have probably, if you know anything about sarcoidosis, you've probably heard one of these names or seen them on one of our webinars, or maybe you're even their patient. These are some of the most experienced experts in sarcoidosis, and they're here to answer your questions. This session will automatically be added to your personal event page on your agenda, as all of our plenary sessions will. Okay, so it's also all about the research. We are named Foundation for Sarcoidosis Research after all. So if you've ever wondered how FSR manages to continue to push the needle toward more and more research and finding a cure, this is the session to join. Our Manager of Research Programs, Tamara Al-Hakim, will lead this topic, and she'll also be joined by leaders from our from our Clinical Studies Network, Dr. Nabil Hamza from University of Iowa, Dr. Dan Culver from Cleveland Clinic, and Dr. Erica Herzog from Yale. This panel, guys, this is going to blow your mind on learning about all the amazing research going on that FSR is working on, that our Clinical Studies Network is pushing forward to help find better treatments and a cure for sarcoidosis. This is a session that should not be missed. And again, it's a plenary session, so it'll end up right on your personal agenda, and you'll be able to join it or watch it until August 13th. So in case you thought we forgot about the patient experience, I'm here to tell you we have not. This is just one of our patient-led panels. We have providers as patient session. We're going to be joined by Dr. Leslie Surchek, who's a board member with Foundation for Sarcoidosis Research, Jessica Reed, who's a nurse and soon-to-be family practice nurse practitioner, who's also a FSR patient navigator, Sammy Siriani, who's a physician assistant and an FSR patient navigator, and Susan Diagostino, who you might have noticed or might recognize from our mindfulness and meditation wellness series, who's a nurse as well as a FSR patient navigator. These folks are going to join our panel. They're going to hit on topics like getting the most out of your office visit, increasing communication with your provider, creating a rapport with your provider, how to ask for a second opinion, and ultimately how to manage all that stress of care coordinating your entire life around sarcoidosis. This session will be jam-packed with useful information from folks who know both sides of the coin of being a provider and being someone with sarcoidosis. All right, and even more exciting news is that we have members from FSR's leadership team, including Mary McGowan, our Chief Executive Officer, and Dr. Louise Perkins, our Board President, who will both be giving sessions throughout our summit on each day. Now, time for the good stuff. Let's get to the platform. This is it, guys. This is where you go when you first log into the system in our new virtual platform, and it is pretty. I think it's pretty. It looks kind of pretty. So you might wonder what's the first thing you want to do, but I really want to show you how to get to your agenda, how to get to the agenda, and then how to get to your agenda. And you can do it two ways. Super easy, guys. You can either click on agenda, or you can scroll down here and click on agenda. Everything that's listed here is also listed up here, with the exception of our video library. So if you want to go to the agenda, all you have to do is click on agenda, and you'll see that it's broken out by day. Saturdays, Sundays list. Now again, guys, this isn't completely built out, but we're working on it. So we wanted to give you this sneak peek. So Saturday, you can see all of the sessions listed for Saturday, as well as a super interesting coffee break that we have here. So what's a coffee break, you might ask? Well, a coffee break is an open Zoom room, which will allow you to join anytime during the day. It's gonna be moderated by our patient advocates. They're gonna be sitting in there waiting for people to join and have fun conversations. So if you wanna just relax, take a break, you wanna chat with some other folks, you wanna chat in a group, that is where you're gonna do it. Again, it's open all day long throughout the conference or throughout the summit, and you can just click in there and join it anytime you want. But let's get back to the session. So as you can see, we have all of our sessions listed, and you can see what time they're supposed to start and if they're a plenary session or if they're a breakout session. Which means if it's a breakout session, it means that there's other sessions happening at the same time, which we have here chronic sarcoidosis pulmonary, we have overview skin sarcoidosis, and we have sarcoidosis 101 pulmonary. So you can choose which one you want to attend. Additionally, if you've already registered for some of these, they're already going to be on your personal agenda, and you're going to get a little red check mark here to tell you that you've already registered for that event. If it doesn't have a little red check mark here, you can still add it, even if you're registered for something else at the same time. So let's say I wanted to look at, sorry guys, I'm going to take you back here to this one that has a screen. So let's say I wanted to register for chronic sarcoidosis and pulmonary. So it says I'm registered. If I click on it, I unregister, right? But let's say I want to register for the first time. I want to make sure that I get this section. So I click register. And the best part about this whole platform is, guys, you don't need to move anywhere else. If you click on this link at the right time when it's supposed to be going on, it will play right in this screen, which is pretty awesome. Additionally, the question and answer session is also right here. So you can just click on this live discussion tab and see what questions have been asked. There's already one question in here. Is it sky blue? Well, let's hope that gets answered. So, all right. So where I want to add questions, you might type them in here. And there it goes. And the fun fact about these questions is if you type it in the question instead of typing it into the chat, then you also get this option to upvote or give a thumbs up to someone's question. So I can say, I really like that question. I hope that gets answered, or I have that same question too. I'm going to click I like that. Anyone who's watching the session can click that. And as more thumbs ups happen, the question will get higher and higher and higher on the list. So the moderator has a bit greater chance of seeing it and asking that question for you. All right, so now I mentioned something about our personal event agendas, and that's found in My Event. So we're going to click on My Event, and everything that you're supposed to go to on that day will show up on your event page. Again, we will pre-fill all of the plenary sessions on your event page, as well as any sessions that you registered for during registration. Those will automatically populate here. Now, how can we connect with other people? Well, let's go back. You can either go back home at any time, or you can just go right here to the chat boards from any point. You can go from My Event to the chat boards. You can go from Exhibitors to the chat boards. Basically, you can go anywhere to the chat boards. And the chat boards are super fun because don't worry, guys. Again, I promise, it won't just be pulmonary sarcoidosis. We'll have a bunch of chat boards here. You can click on any one and see what the conversation is all about. You can also add your own comments, add your own questions, respond to someone else's question, and engage with the entire community through these chat boards. So again, we're going to have a lot more than just this one, but just to show you, we had this one built out. So what else can we do here? Well, we can go to exhibitors. Wow, look at this, guys. We already have so many exhibitors with their booths built out. This is pretty exciting. So as you can see, we have a ton of awesome exhibitors this year, and you can go to anybody's booth and get information like videos, downloadable links, information, and talk to representatives who are there. So as you can see, we have a ton of folks who are there, really exciting folks, and just click on any of their booths to enjoy checking all their information out. I don't want to click on any of them in case they don't have their booth fully built out, and you guys can check on them early. Our whole system will be open 4 days early before the event starts, and you'll be able to check out any booth and any session that you want ahead of time. All right, so how do I see who's here? Well, you go to attendees, guys. Isn't that fun? Now I can see everyone who's here, and I can also remove my visibility. If I don't want to be seen, I don't have to be seen. So I can remove my visibility, and then my profile won't be available, and there won't be this little green dot on me moving forward. So what's AI magic, right? Well, this means that other people who've come to the summit have similar interests to you guys. So when you register, there's a whole list of things that you're checking off, like interests that you might be interested in. Well, other people clicked those too. And the ones that clicked those same interests that you did are going to show up here. Additionally, people who are registered for the same session as you are might show up here. And you'll ultimately be able to see everyone who's actually registered for the event and whether or not they're in the system. So as you can see, these little green dots mean that they're in the system. So let's see what Kathy's up to. Oh, actually, you know what? Kathy and I aren't connected, so I really can't see any information about her. Kathy's our new communications manager. So let's see if she'll let me connect to her. So when you click connect, you get a quick connect message. So we'll say, hey, Kathy. You guys can manage your own welcome messages. So we'll send that connection request and see if we can get her connected. So now that I've asked her to connect, you can see that it's pending. So we'll wait. All right, guys. So it looks like we have a message, which I'm pretty sure means that Kathy is connected with us. And it has. Kathy's like, so we sent her a message when we said, hey, I'd like to connect. And we sent the connection request and it shows up as a message. So now Kathy's like, that sounds great. I'd like to video chat. So how can I video chat with Kathy? All right, guys, let's see if we can try to chat Kathy via video chat. It's a super fun function that's inside the system. She's like, let's chat. So let's just click, all you have to do is click on this little green button over here, this little camera button, and it will pop up. It'll automatically add you as if you don't have your video on, it'll add your camera, your picture. But if you do put your camera on, you can say hey to Kathy. I'm doing great. Thanks, Kathy. Are you pretty excited about the summit?
Totally. I was just picking out what sessions to add to my agenda.
That's awesome. Well, guys, we're going to say bye to Kathy so we can move on with our sneak peek. Thanks so much for having a chat with us, Kathy.
Bye.
Bye. And it's as easy as that. You can chat with anyone you have a connection with. Again, if you're not sure where to go, all you have to do is go to home. You can go to attendees, click on anyone you want to be connected with. And once you've added them as your connection, let's see, I can add Mary Merlino from Every Life Foundation. All I have to do is hit connect and then we're connected and I can video chat her and direct message her anytime she's in the system. That's it for our sneak peek this time. Thank you so much for coming to our event and seeing the sneak peek. We are so excited to show this summit off and see you out there.